Yep, now I can see.
All right, we're gonna get this thing going. We got a lot of information to go through tonight. Just so you guys know, we're doing something a little different because not everybody is on Facebook. So we are recording this to go on the YouTube channel as well. We got a camera set up right behind us. So we got the little fancy microphones on tonight so you can see it on YouTube as well.
You can't see mine.
Because not everybody is on Facebook, believe it or not. So as I have found out over the years. But we're here to talk about ice fishing. It's almost here.
For some, it's here.
For some, it's here.
Yep.
For some.
Not me, not yet.
But before we go into the ice conditions and where to get ice condition reports, what we have heard so far around the state, even a little bit out of state, we just want to touch base quick on the giveaway that's coming up on December 17th, 7 o'clock. It's under the video on my YouTube channel. 3 ways for walleye fishing and trip giveaway. All you got to do is be a subscriber on my YouTube and comment the word perch, and you're going fishing with me and Potter on Lake of Winnebago for jumbo perch. So we wanted to remind everybody of that first and foremost, because that's only a few weeks away. We did it a little longer than normal just because of the holidays and gun hunting and everything else, but 7 p.m. on the 17th is when we're going to do the drawing. I'm going to do it on Facebook Live. Same channel you guys are watching right now. Next thing I wanted to touch base on is the Wisconsin Ice Fishing Expo that is at the Sunny View Expo Center in Oshkosh.
December 8th through the 10th.
Through the 10th. One thing, there's going to be a lot of different speakers that are going to be there. Tom Boley, Larry Smith. I will not be there. I will actually be ice fishing up in northern Wisconsin, so I will not be there. Potter will not be there. I don't know where you're going to be.
I don't know where I'm going to be either. Probably in a tree somewhere.
Probably in a tree with a smoke bowl.
Or painting away on some baits.
Painting ice jigs. But one thing we wanted to touch base on, because we've had a lot of questions on the new Fishtails mini cobras for ice fishing. I'm just going to hold it up nice and close. That's one of the color patterns. Yeah, I suppose I should hold it up for YouTube as well, so they can see them. Corey does have some limited availability at the shop right now, but the easiest way to get them, first of all, is to order them online, or Bill from Rip and Lips Tackle is going to have a booth at the Sunnyview Ice Fishing Expo. He is going to have not only the mini cobras, but he's also going to have the twisted spoons. So just look for Bill at the Rip and Lips booth at the Sunnyview Ice Fishing Expo, and you'll be able to get your hands on both of these, because inventory is going to be extremely limited at Fishtails itself. So, because I know there's a big order going basically for that show, and then to stock some shelves. So
Corey's swamped.
Yep, Corey is swamped, which is a good thing. You know, everybody's itching to get out on the ice. I was actually supposed to have an open water trip yet tomorrow. Obviously, that is not happening. The boat is not put away yet because you never know. But second thing we're going to talk about, or third, or whatever number we're on at this point,
wherever we are.
I'm going to have Potter go through just a couple of his things because he is super busy. You guys have been calling, ordering his, all of his different ice fishing tackle. So he's just going to highlight a couple things, a couple colors, and then we're going to get into the rest of this.
We're going to do
take her away, Potter.
I'm going to do this kind of quick and see if I can. That's not going to work because they're going to fall.
Right.
So this is a teardrop jig, and I got to show this camera too.
Yep.
I have very limited stock right now, but I finally got blades ordered, so I will be soldering and painting a buttload of them. But here's a few Wonder Bread.
Of course.
That's one of our faves. And King Tut. Pink and Purple, the gripper, with some stripes and eyes. And one of my favorite colors is purple and green. So those are some of the teardrops. And I have a bunch of different colors, and I'll put a picture on my Facebook page of the ones I'm going to concentrate on. The other style jig, another style jig, is the rocker jig. It's slimmer and longer. That's like an orange creamsicle, I call that. Pink and purple. And again, all of these colors, the teardrop, the Wonder Bread, and the dart, I'm going to kind of concentrate on the same color patterns. So the green, purple, Wonder Bread, gold. I'll have all those. And then the darts, again, I know you've seen a lot of them, but all hand painted, all by brush. Fire Tiger. Oh, and I'm not showing the camera up here.
That's
Sorry, camera up there.
Well, that's all right.
And of course, the Wonder Bread.
Wonder Bread.
And those, Corey has a stock of them.
At Fishtails.
It's getting down there.
It's getting down there.
I need to really start busting to get some more out, but we will be on this. I'm working on them now, and I'll just keep pounding them out as quick as I can. Be patient. They do take
A little bit
probably
of time.
5 to 6 days from start to finish for painting.
Yeah, it's a process.
Yeah, I can do about 240 to 300 a week of the darts, and the teardrops I have to start soldering. I also have some spoons, but we're not going to showcase those right now. But
And if people want to get a hold of you?
you can go to my Facebook page at Blackbeard Tackle, or you just call me at 920-988-5987, and we'll set something up. I can send pics via message, email, or on Facebook, whatever.
Sure.
Messenger.
Good. I think
One of them things, right?
One of those things.
One of them social media
Mr.
things.
Social Media. I'm working with them, folks. I'm working with them. It's a work in progress, let me tell you. So now we're going to talk about ice fishing. What we have heard, who to call to get ice conditions. You know, we've had a smattering of reports from literally in our backyard to Madison to northern Wisconsin to Minnesota. I'm not going to go super heavily into the Minnesota stuff because that stuff obviously doesn't really pertain to us, but I just want to touch base on it because I want to go off of everything that I have heard. Keep in mind, this is everything I have heard. Everything Potter has heard. We have not been out on the ice yet. I will be on the ice next week, hopefully, if Mother Nature doesn't mess it up for me. But first things first, safety gear.
Yes.
What do they need to bring, Potter?
You have to have picks. You have to have rope. You have to have a throw cushion, something that floats. And most important thing you can take with you on early ice is a friend. So you have somebody there with you. So if something does happen,
Yep.
one person goes out, one person stays behind.
Yep.
You know, just be safe.
Yeah. Never, ever, ever smart to go out on the ice, especially early ice without a buddy. I mean, I don't do it. I have literally, and same with Potter, we have lived on the ice pretty much our entire lives. Going out by yourself or when there's nobody else out on the ice is just not advisable. It's not worth it.
One other thing we forgot. Spud bar. Spud your way
spud
out.
bar. Yep, we did
100%
forget spud bar.
spud your way out.
Yep, always.
So sorry.
No, that's okay. Even marking yourself a path.
Yep.
You know, marking yourself a path in case it snows, in case the wind blows some snow over your path out, marking yourself a path. You know, take all the precautions. No fish is worth falling through the ice. So safety first, always. As far as ice conditions, on Winnebago, obviously the West Shoreline, you can check out my page. You can check out Donnie Herman's page, The Sunk Dive and Ice. I know a lot of you guys have been following us the last few years anyway because we're moving bridges and doing everything. Potter's gonna, you know, whether he's out there with me or not, he will be out there with me a lot this ice fishing season. But even if he's not, he will share it on his page as well. So I'll always be watching the pages. The ice conditions are changing all the time on Winnebago, Poygan, everything. That obviously is our home body of water. We are always moving bridges. Last year obviously was almost basically a daily thing. I know a lot of you were following us, or Donnie or Potter. Your next most valuable tool, or just as valuable of a tool I should say, Fishtails on the West Shore, Rip and Lips on the East Shore, Winnebago. If you're going up to Green Bay, you know, Paul at North Shore Bait and Tackle in O'Connell, Smokies on the Bay in Green Bay. Those would be the two places I would tell you to go as far as if you're looking for ice reports on Green Bay, or call. I know Smokies puts out a weekly fishing report. I know Paul keeps his Facebook page active as well, so you don't even necessarily have to call the shop. Don't inundate them with phone calls on ice fishing reports, but pick a better time of the day if you're going to make that phone call. And then as far as Southeast Wisconsin,
Brian from the Bait Box on the Rock, he would have all your information on anything local to Madison, Jefferson, Fort, that whole southern Wisconsin, southeast Wisconsin,
yep.
south central Wisconsin. Brian will have the information there.
Yep. So as far as current ice reports, around the Winnebago area, including the bays, the channels, everything that we have heard anything from 1 to 2.5 inches of ice. I have not heard anything greater than that. I do know some people were out fishing yesterday and today. I would use extreme caution. I honestly wouldn't even advise. I won't go out on less than 3 inches of ice. That's just me personally. Just use caution. Obviously the weather is going the other way for us now around here. I'm hoping the ice maintains what ice we do have. I don't know. We'll see what.
It's going to be iffy.
It's definitely going to be iffy, especially if we get precipitation, wind, sun, with no snow on the ice, obviously heating the rocks up. It's going to heat the shorelines up. So just use caution. As soon as we're out checking ice, we will put ice reports out. Donnie will put ice reports out. And we always, like Donnie has always said for a bazillion years, because yes, he's a bazillion years
he's old.
He's just an old man. I hope you're watching this, Donnie Herman, you old fart. Anyway, there's no ice that's ever 100% safe.
Only in a cocktail.
Only in a cocktail. That's right. That's right. Now you start getting up towards central and northern Wisconsin. I have heard reports anywhere. Now I'm talking where there is ice. Obviously, the big bodies of water are basically open yet or not safe. The guys that are getting out on these smaller lakes, I'm hearing anything from 2 to up to 4 inches, I heard today. Now that is obviously far northern Wisconsin or central northern Wisconsin. As far, and I'm talking puddles. I can't even really name any lakes for you. I wish I could. But everybody is obviously using extreme caution right now. They're not really naming where they're going out. I would just, if it was me, I would either be going to far northern Wisconsin or Minnesota at this point, or I would just be staying off of the ice. That is just me. So Minnesota, looks like Red Lake's a go.
Yep.
There's probably going to be 28 million people on Red Lake probably tomorrow.
Probably about a dozen YouTube videos.
Probably a dozen YouTube videos coming from Red Lake. It's a phenomenal fishery. It always gets hit first, always freezes first. Morts on Upper Red. There's a bunch of access points on Upper Red. I follow them all. It looks like they had about 8 inches out there already. But they're, that's 8 hours from here, at least from Oshkosh. So their weather's been considerably colder. They sustained the big winds that they had, but there were some open pockets. So if you're looking for the fishing reports, like off of Red Lake in Minnesota, look at like Morts on Upper Red, some of the Minnesota fishing report areas is where I would tell you to go. So I think we covered the actual ice reports.
Yeah.
Just use caution. It's going to be a fantastic year of bluegill and perch fishing on Winnebago. Walleye fishing should be very good as well. White bass. Just use caution. Obviously, there's a lot of warm weather in the forecast over the next, looks like about 7-8 days. Yeah. Unfortunately, not super warm, which is good. It's not going to be 60, but we definitely aren't going to be making any ice. That's for sure.
We're just hoping to maintain what's there.
Yeah, exactly. Next thing we want to talk about is Battle on Bago. February 16th and 17th. Mark your calendars. They have a Facebook page. They have a website. It's out of Menominee Park like normal. Their membership packages are going to be coming out soon. Always a great time. If you've never experienced it, get out there, do it. It's a blast. Hopefully,
another
the weather, cooperates a little better than it did last year, even though we did have, good, safe ice. You just had to be aware of where you were going. But yeah, Battle on Bago, definitely check it out if you haven't fished it before.
It's a good time.
It is. You want to talk about the next one?
What's the next one?
Otter Street.
Otter Street Fishing Club. They have a fishery on February 3rd. I was going to talk about donating to the fishing clubs and the bridges.
Yeah, you can talk about that too.
Yeah, so when you go out on Lake Winnebago and Poygan, they put bridges out, and they're not free. And it takes a lot of work to move them, because we did a lot of stuff last year.
Move them, make them.
Make them. They have to weld them, maintain them. It costs so much money, and these guys do it for nothing.
Yeah.
So the money goes to help build new stuff and to help with
trucks,
the plowing, if they can get out and plow, and that's where that money goes. And it's essential that everybody that uses them put a little donation in. It doesn't have to be a huge donation, but put a donation in. There's boxes at every bridge.
Every bridge, all the fishing clubs all around Lake Winnebago, Lake Poygan. I just see so many, and you may donate in other ways, and that's great too. I'm just telling you what I see out there on a daily basis. I see so many people utilizing these bridges that just drive over them, drive back over them, never donate anything. And these things are expensive, time consuming. Just throw a few bucks in there, throw a $5 bill in there. It's one less cocktail you can have at the bar.
Right.
But you'll be okay. And the bridges will be out there for years to come.
Right.
And the vehicles will be out there to move the bridges, and the personnel will be all these people donate their time. All this equipment is based on donations. And, I just can't emphasize it enough how important it is.
Very.
So, did you say it's February 3rd? Otter Street Fishery?
Otter Street Fishery, February 3rd.
Out of Menominee Park. In Oshkosh. Kind of the pre-Battle on Bago. Another fishery I want to talk about, those of you around the Madison area, the Stoughton Conservation Club is having their 61st annual fishery on Lake Eganza. That thing is a hoot. There's some fantastic prizes to be won there as well. In case there's bad weather, it's a great fishery. Both of those fisheries are fantastic, Otter Street and the Stoughton Conservation Club fishery. It's literally, if you're in Madison, it's probably a 10-minute drive. So right on Lake Eganza.
South of Madison.
South of Madison.
10 minutes. I love Lake Eganza.
I do too. Lake Eganza is a heck of a fishery. Madison is a great fishery.
All Madison lakes are awesome.
I would agree. I do have some dates available yet for ice fishing. Emphasis on some, not many. The weekends are pretty much full, but I do have some room for some smaller groups on some weekends yet. Anything else? You want to talk about spring fishing?
I don't know. Do we want to talk about spring?
We should.
We're not even in winter yet.
I know.
Spring fishing. Call this guy. If you want to have a good time on the boat, call him. Book a trip.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Well, I'm just doing it for this. I don't really mean it. No, seriously. If you're looking for a good time and to learn something, that's the thing.
Winnebago or Green Bay.
Winnebago, Green Bay. This is your guy. I don't know. He's an okay guy.
I knew it. I knew he couldn't get through the whole thing under a full compliment, but thank you.
It hurts.
I can tell in the expression on your face that it hurts.
Oh, golly.
But,
put a bullet in my head.
I know. So the calendar is, I'm probably about maybe a third full for next, open water season. I know it's early and whatever, but there's some prime dates for spring for big walleyes on Green Bay, Oconto, Marinette, De Pere, the Wolf River for white bass, June on Winnebago system, you can fish 1,000 different ways. July, August on Green Bay, shiverminowing, trolling, East Shore, West Shore, the islands. It's just, the stuff fills up fast, especially your weekend dates. So don't wait too long. And the other thing I want to talk about, because I know your phone's already, in fact, you just did an order yesterday
Yeah.
for hair
Yeah,
jigs.
hair jigs. I'm going
Still
back
doing
and
hair
forth from
jigs.
hair jigs and flies to my ice jigs, and I'm trying to balance it all, but it's been it's been tough. But thank you, Dan Ward. He was from Alabama,
Yep.
and he
Yep.
ordered like 12.5 hair jigs, so
Yep.
that was awesome. But if you're looking for next spring for hair jigs, hair flies, I will be doing it. My hair jigs, I'm going to be doing by order because I can't afford to stock up 1,000 tails at a time, and there they sit. So
Right.
hair jigs by order, but I've been really good with turnaround. It's
Yeah.
really like a day or two.
Yep.
And the hair flies, I will make stock.
Yeah.
I will have colors, probably about 18 colors or so, and I will have plenty of them. That's it for that.
That's it for that.
Gift certificates.
Gifts. So since we're talking about open water fishing, I might as well touch base on this as well. Razor Rods is having their holiday sale. You can go to razorrods.com. I do have a very, very limited inventory left on hand in my shop.
Not after I leave this joint.
Yeah, right. That's a fact. But all of our inventory right now is 15% off. You can go on the website, razorrods.com. Use Razor Xmas 23 with an exclamation point. I'll put all this stuff in the description on the YouTube video, which is where this is going to be copied, because we're going to have a YouTube video of this as well. Just because I can't put all of it in there's like no notes section for this video, plus it's only up for 30 days. But other than that, I hope everybody has a great ice season.
A safe ice
season. Use common sense. Thank you so much for tuning in to us tonight again. We'll be back with a live once we are out on the ice.
Yes.
That's the next time we'll be doing a live, or we'll be talking about ice conditions potentially somewhere at some ramp or wherever we're accessing whatever lake. Like I said, as we go out on the bodies of water, you guys will be the first to know. So you can follow my Facebook page, Blackbeard's Facebook page, check in with all the bait shops I mentioned, and I'm going to put all of the bait shops, everything I basically talked about tonight will be in the description on YouTube. I should have the video up tomorrow. But other than that, have a great ice fishing season. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for all the support on our social media. Thanks for helping them get more motivated on the social media.
I still haven't put anything on Instagram.
He hasn't,
in like 6 weeks.
Not one single post, but baby steps, folks.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
I'm busy. I'm a busy man.
You're something. But no, thank you for supporting all of my sponsors. Thanks for supporting Potter.
Thank you.
Corey and Dawn at Fishtails appreciate it. Razor Rods. I mean, everybody. Geiger, Culver's. Go right down the list. But everybody have a great Christmas. We will hopefully see you before Christmas. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving weekend with their family and friends.
Hope everybody got the big buck.
Everybody got the big buck during hunting season.
I didn't.
And we'll put the next notification up when we're going to go live next. And until next time on the ice,
Tight lines.